Hello, everybody. This is Max Cavalera of Soulfly. You're watching Interview Under Fire. Fire!
All right, guys and girls, welcome back to a new edition of Interview to Fire. As always, your host, Sonny, here once again. Today, I'd like to welcome back, underground icon, extreme metal trailblazer, third world warrior, leader of a diverse and dedicated tribe, Max Cavalera. Max, I feel like you're a regular guest at this point here in IUF. Always great talking to you. An exciting time coming up with the release of Chama for you and Soulfly. How are you, man? How's life in 2025? Lucky number 13 for Soulfly.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Any excuse I get to talk metal, I'm in it. I mean, I'll do it in general on tour with the guys. I drive everybody crazy in the bus. Just talking metal. I'm a nerd. Um, I'm a student of the game, as they call it.
Yeah.
I'm a student of metal. I've been student for close to 40 years now. Man, it's exciting, man. That Storm the Gates drop out and it was like an explosion. People are all
Sure.
like, because I promised them the tribal shit was gonna come back. Sometimes you promise shit and you don't stay true to your promise. And people are like,
Yeah.
hey, you told us.
But
Yeah, I think it's cool. Because the cool thing about Storm the Gates and Shama in general, it it does use the past as an influence, but it's not a slave to the past. It
mm,
has modern uh things as well. So it's a modern sounding metal record that just has an influence from the early Soulfly era, which is
yeah.
it's a really cool era in music. And I'm just having a ball, man, with the record. It was cool. I gave the production keys to my son Zion. Like,
Zion,
here,
that's right.
you drive the car. I'm gonna sit in the back, uh, and chill out for a little bit. And he did great. Him and Arthur work out with all the details of the album, and it was cool, man. It's an exciting record. It's a 13 record, which is crazy. Like dropping 13 albums, but. Definitely one of the most exciting reactions we got in a long time. So that's cool. I think that shows that people, love Soulfly and people care so much for this music.
Yeah, and I got to meet Zion too a few years back when I got to interview in person. What a great kid. Like he's got a good head on his shoulders, and the fact that you even gave him like the keys to production like you mentioned, like I think that's a big stepping stone for him going forward. I mean, he may still be young, but I mean, working with someone like you going forward, like it's going to be a lot of heads will turn into his direction. So, uh
Yeah, I hope so, because he did such a good job on the record. And I wanted something different, so that's the
yeah.
thing. After you've done so many records, and I produce a handful of Soulfly records. I produce Prophecy, Dark Ages. Um,
I was just listening to Dark Ages too, not too long
Yeah,
ago.
so it's kind of like, all right, let's try something else. Now you produce, and that's where the ideas came. The record is full of crazy ass noises, man. It's cool as fuck. I just the riffs are there,
Yeah.
my standard riffs that people love. But on top of those riffs, there's all this crazy noisy shit that we did that is fucking. You can hear on Storm the Gates if you listen to it in headphones.
Yeah, I
There's all
definitely have.
there's all this crazy ass noise shit that makes everything like makes it modern and makes it crazier, more psychotic sounding.
The one that really stood out to me was number nine, Soulfly at 13. As I was it was almost like it put me in a trance in a way before the title track came in at the end. Another track that I also like is Nihilist. I mean, ask me tomorrow, my choices will change. I always change
Right.
what my favorite track on this, but Storm the
Yeah,
Gates is great, Nihilist is great, but even that title track towards the end of the album was also just a thing of beauty when you placed it in the track
yeah.
list.
That one was crazy because that one was we had a encounter at going to the studio.
Yeah.
We stopped at Whole Foods and we met Andre 3000 there. And
Really?
yeah, so I don't know much about it. I know who he is, but Zion's going crazy. Oh shit, that's Andre 3000,
Shit,
So
I would go crazy.
they start talking and
Yeah.
Andre telling him about, yeah, I made an album with flute and it's all jam session and we just play live stuff and then Zion was really inspired by that encounter and was like, let's make Soulfly 13 like that, the instrumental. Let's all get in the room and just play. So a lot of the keys is Zion and his buddy playing keyboards. Um,
Wow.
that's the
Okay.
hypnotic parts that you listen to. I think that's a lot of his stuff. I had like the berimbau. I'm doing some screaming in the background, like indigenous screaming. I was like calling the souls. Uh, it's cool. It was like an afternoon of just free
Yeah.
session and total free session. We didn't know what's gonna happen with this track.
When I
It's
listen,
cool.
yeah, I was gonna say when I listen to new music, when I'm like prepping for, talking to awesome people like you, I clean around the house, Max. So when Soulfly 13, that track played, I was just, hold on, I don't hear much vocals. I had to go back and listen to the track again before Chama came in. And I just sat down on the couch. I stopped cleaning. I was just listening to the last two tracks because that's my favorite part because you ended it with such a bang. Dude, I'm ready for, more stuff. Like that kind of just teased me into like what's to come in the future from you guys because that was, I don't know if you've done a track specifically like that before, but I think it showed a whole new side to Soulfly that I wasn't even prepared for. So I think fans will be really pleased after hearing this. So
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was we're just trying different things. We kind of like even putting the title track as the last track on the record. That was another kind of crazy decision that most people
mhm.
probably do it. You have bands like Metallica would do Master of Puppets, the second song on the record. That's the title track.
Yeah, that's true.
Um, Even with Soulfly, we had a couple of those. Prophecy was the first track on Prophecy. So I was like, let's try something totally different, like the other side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So let's put the song Shama very last, and it's coming out of this dream thing. You're like you can be in the jungle or you can be in the desert, whatever, man. You're tripping on this
In
place.
the living room cleaning like me.
Yeah, you can be in the living room cleaning and you sat down for a minute. And then the heavy ass shit comes back again, because Shama is a real heavy song. Yeah, I'm very pleased with it. Even like off the wall stuff like Gehenna, um,
Yeah.
which have Michael Mott solos on it, which was cool. Um, yeah, the gas songs came out great. No pain equals no power. Yeah, I'm pleased with the record. I think it's a cool. And I love the fact I love what you said that you listen to it and you want more. Like that's great. I love that effect
Yeah.
because it's kind of the effect that you want to have. You don't want to have like people heard a record and they're like either one they couldn't finish because it's too long,
Hmm.
or they finish and they're like, oh, okay, that's it. I like that. Like, oh, you wish you could hear some more new stuff. Okay, that's cool. That's like gives people like they're more excited for more things to come. So that's good.
Man, I know we mentioned a few names already, but I want to add a little bit more. John Aquilino, because working with him at the Platinum Underground studio in Mesa, he worked on Totem as well, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yeah,
then Arthur Rizek. Arthur Rizek, what the heck? Like this guy, I feel like he's not talked about enough because he's worked on so many great records.
yeah,
I feel like he's not even human at this point, right, Max? Can you confirm that for me? He's like an alien.
dude.
The way he works on these records, the way he has that sixth sense on knowing how a record is supposed to sound. For a metal album, that's not easy to do.
No, no, Arthur is a wizard. I call him a wizard, and I joke with people. I say that he's my long lost friend from the when I was in school, and I had a metal buddy that sat behind me in school. That's
Mhm.
Arthur. We were
Awesome.
even though it's imaginary, because Arthur wasn't there. He was in Philadelphia, and I was in Brazil. But when me and him sit down, man, we are two nerds, two metal nerds.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, he just knows what to do with the records, man. Like if you listen to the productions, still today, one of my favorite records he ever did was Power Trip.
Yep.
So I
So
mean,
good.
that stuff. I told him like that. Just like, what kind of black magic did you use to make a
He's
thrash album sound so good in the 2000s? Like, what the hell are you doing, man? I want to know what it is,
yeah.
you know. And then the Blood Incantation record came out like last year, and it was cool. It was album of the year and all that. I was very happy for Arthur. And then we get to work with him again, and Zion and Arthur became real thick as thieves. The both of them talking every day about the record. They really sculptured this record together, which is really cool.
Man, shout out to Arthur, and one more shout out, Carletta Parrish, who did the album artwork. Um, I I think the album artwork, you know how they say don't judge a book by its cover? It's like, don't judge an album by its cover. But when it comes to an album artwork for Soulfly, you guys, throughout your discography, Max, the album artworks that you guys have had over the years, it's just every one of them stood out. And you did it again with Chama. Like, how did you know? Like, was it easy? Was it difficult? Like getting someone like Carletta because it had that tribal effect. It had what you knew when looking at that album artwork. That's got to be Soulfly. That's, South America, like just the image and the vibe I got from seeing the album artwork. It's dark, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean that's the greatest thing about that cover is that's a picture.
Oh,
So it's not a painting.
yeah. Okay.
That's a real picture. That's a real thing happening there. That's a real picture of a ceremony. And she captured that moment with the picture.
I'm pulling
And
it up. I'm pulling it up as you're talking about it. Go ahead.
the album is called Chama, which means in Portuguese there's this double meaning, means flame
Yeah.
and means calling spirits, calling people out. But I think for me, Chama is the flame. It is the flame, and that's why you see all the flame around the ceremony, which I think is really cool. Like really connects to the name Shama.
Man, I'm looking at it. It almost doesn't look real. That's how amazing this picture is.
Yeah, it
You
reminds
got the
reminds me of the first Black Sabbath.
Yeah. Hey,
The picture.
and here's the thing, Max, thank you for sharing that, by the way. I wanted to ask you about this because real quick, I want to mention because of recent current events that took part in the world that both you and me and many others have a place in. Obviously, the heavy metal world, because you mentioned it, with the passing of the late great Ozzy, right? I think it's
Right.
been over a month since then. Max, if you could, can you tell me how someone like you has been affected by this?
Oh yeah, man. I think it affected everybody. But yeah, I'm gonna keep all my memories of Ozzy with me, man,
Sure.
forever. That's the cool thing about a person like that. Like it gave you memories, it gave
Hmm.
you a cool. Every time I was with around Ozzy was cool. It was fun, and I learned a little bit about the world. And I mean, shit, even the beginning of Soulfly was connected to Ozzy in a way. So that's incredible. So yeah, I made a post for him. I kind of like want to do something really private,
Yeah.
but I just grabbed my iPad and by myself and I sat behind a tree in my backyard and I made a post for him, just talking to my iPad, like if I was talking to him, and try to be as from the heart as it can be, because I didn't want to. I don't know. Those things are hard. It's hard to sometimes speak what's in your heart. Truly, what's there. If you want, especially
Yeah.
somebody like that. But yeah, man. And the other side, I think it's like uh, what a way to go out, right? If you're gonna go, like they had a great show and conquer everything, man. Super, super
Did you attend it?
iconic. No, we were on tour. We couldn't
Okay,
go.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
We
couldn't.
we we did the live streaming, me and my buddies down here, so it was
Yeah,
great. It was like we were at the show. I mean, I had
we
some
were
friends who
on tour,
attended, but it was really cool to see.
we were on tour with Soulfly, but yeah, man. And that's the thing. Like, I think like album cover Black Sabbath had the first album cover, which was a picture, and it's
Yeah,
really scary and creepy. And I think like Led Zeppelin 4 is also a picture uh, of the house, of the wall of the house. But
yeah, that's
Soulfly is
right.
cool because this is our second picture record album cover. The first one was Soulfly 1 and this one. So it kind of connects the first one to this one because it's the both pictures instead of paintings.
Okay, I did not know that. That was news to me. Now I'm gonna have to go back and like
Yeah, yeah.
go
If
through
you
the
look
album.
up all
That's really cool.
they're all paintings except for the first and Chama.
Um, Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. Hey, thank you for sharing that about Ozzy. I know it's not easy to talk about that, and there's so many memories. Every one of us who's played in heavy metal, we all have a memory of Ozzy, whether it's listening to a Black Sabbath track or just meeting him in person or seeing him on stage. But I feel
But
like,
that's what you want in life. That's
yeah,
at least that's what I would like when my time comes. That a bunch of people have some kind of story. Oh yeah, I hang out with Max back in this day, and it was fun. Like I saw this show, man. I
Mhm.
saw that show. I saw this show was fire. Whatever. That's cool. It makes all worthwhile what you're put on this planet to do. You came here with a purpose, and you fulfilled that purpose.
I know I'm gonna have a story about you, and obviously one of my favorite stories to tell everybody is the day I met you when Gloria invited me over to your bus, and I got to meet you and Zyon. It really felt awesome, and I'll never forget. I'm just gonna share this real quick before we move on. When you asked me where I was from, I said I was from Bangladesh, and you go Bangladesh.
Yeah,
That was like, dude, you have no idea. I almost got like tears in my eyes when I was like, no
yeah.
way, Max. Like,
I I I
that's so cool.
I love that part of the world, man. I don't know why,
Dude,
but
hey, us South Asians, we are fucking crazy for heavy metal. Like if people don't know, I
I
just want to
know.
point that out there. You know, right?
I haven't been to Bangladesh yet, but I'm coming.
Oh yeah, just be ready for a lot of metalheads going crazy. I mean, it's
Awesome.
I haven't been there in over 2 decades, but maybe sometime in the future. Anyway, I just wanted to throw my fan perspective out there. We'll go back to the journalism point. I want to keep the spotlight, obviously keep it on you, Max, and originally from Brazil. If you want to keep this one brief, I do want to ask about your influences, whether they're personal or professional. Who are they, and what do they mean to you? I know we mentioned Ozzy, but if you want to name drop a few people who really mean a lot to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, grew up in Brazil, you couldn't have really access to a lot of shows. Mostly, it was
Hmm.
one show a year. So the first show we saw was Queen. So Queen was like the
Damn, these guys see Queen? That's it. That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's my first concert.
Unreal.
I started with Queen, and um, then Kiss came. I couldn't. My mom wouldn't let me go because she heard it's satanic.
I think
So
most of our parents were feeling the same way about
yeah.
Kiss, to be honest.
And then I went to Quiet Riot. Quiet Riot was cool. That was
That's
a
awesome.
that was a banger show. And then Van Halen played, and it was. But then the first Rock in Rio happened, and that broke the floodgates. Like Brazil became it's a heavy metal country. We just didn't knew about it. The heavy metal day because Rock in Rio is 7 days of
Yeah.
music, and every day is a different genre. So there's a pop day, there's a jazz day, there's a Latin day, and there's a metal day. The metal day was twice as big than any other day, you know.
Yeah.
So I think like the pop day they had 50,000 people, the metal day they had 110,000 people,
Holy mother.
you know. Um, and then I got to play the second Rock in Rio with Sepultura. That was such a fucking crazy feeling, man. Like playing in
What
my home country,
what year was that?
92,
Wow. Okay.
91, 92. It was us, Megadeth, Judas Priest, Guns N' Roses, Fate No More. Yeah, I think you start meeting all these guys, and of course,
Hmm.
for me, it was big when I met Lemmy. Lemmy was a big influence, from the way I sing to the way I like to look. Lemmy was always a big influence. And then, of course, all the underground shit, man. Everything from Celtic Frost to Entombed, Napalm Death, all of that. I
Yeah.
always and I like the new shit right now. Goetia and Blood Monolith. I listen to metal all the time. I'm always listening to new music. I don't stop, you know. So yeah, my the influences continue. It's great. It's an awesome way to live your life, to be influenced by others and influence other people.
And I want to add on to that, two people that I don't mean a lot to you is Igor and Zyon.
Oh yeah,
You're playing with your sons in a heavy metal band. I mean, as a father, like how does that feel? You probably get asked this question a lot, but if you
I do
want to
it.
just
It's
yeah,
it's difficult to explain in words the real feeling of that.
yeah,
Uh, but it's a dream come true. That's what it is. Because when they were born, Zion opens the his heartbeat opens Chaos AD before
yeah.
he was born. He's in the mom's womb and he's opening Chaos AD.
I think I remember you telling me that one time too.
Yeah, that's crazy right there. That's just crazy. That record just turned 32 or something yesterday, by the way.
Yeah,
And then when both of them were born, Zion and Igor, they were both different, but I had this dream like, oh, it would be so cool if I get to play with these guys. Like, I think it's a dream of every dad. Like, I think football fathers have this dream. They get to play and watch and coach their son and watch their son going to the NFL. That's similar. This is a similar situation like that. Except the difference that I didn't retire. I'm still playing. I'm
yeah,
playing with,
yeah. You're
and it's
still coaching in a way. Yeah,
yeah, and it's best of both worlds because I do Soulfly with Zion, and then I do Cavalera, Go Ahead and Die, Nail Bomb with Igor. So they're both different from each other, and I get to enjoy both of them equally in different bands. And that's the secret, man. We're a full-on metal family, man. I think Gloria doesn't like the idea. I probably wouldn't either. But if they would have put like cameras and filmed the every days of what's going on here,
yeah.
it would have make a cool documentary because there's a lot of crazy shit. We're a crazy ass family, metal family, with a lot of all kinds of shit going on. It's cool.
You got ideas, Max. I'm behind them. If that happens, I'll be the first one to tune in. Hey,
You gotta keep the mystique also a little bit. I
hey,
agree with that. I agree with that. Like, let's keep that shit more private. But
no, I got you, bro. I got you,
sometimes
bro.
some shit happens. I was like, I'm like, oh my god, I wish the whole world could have seen this. This is fucking nuts right now.
Hey, buddy. I know we got a few minutes left, but you set this up for me on this last question here. You know what tomorrow is? We all know what tomorrow is.
Oh
Tomorrow's the
yeah, big
50.
big Igor's birthday.
Well, yeah, happy birthday, Igor. But also, I was gonna say NFL season. So the
Oh
NFL season
shit.
kicks off tomorrow. Happy
It's
birthday, Igor. Sorry,
yeah.
Igor. Love you, bro. Hey, tell me how. I'm a Giants fan, so you already know how I feel. Tell me how far you think your Detroit Lions will go this year.
Super Bowl, man. Super Bowl
Dude,
bust.
I was thinking about you when they played the Commanders, and Giants fans, we hate the Commanders, right? When y'all
Yeah.
played them in the playoffs, I'm like, are you kidding me? And of course, the Eagles with the Super Bowl. I'm like yelling right now because I'm so upset that the Eagles won. But hey, I'm rooting for you, bro. Giants play the Lions this year. I was actually thinking about going up to Detroit and checking out Ford Field and just the crazy fans you guys have out there. Have you been to a game up in
I no,
Detroit?
I beat you to the stadium. We have a friend that works with the Lions, so they gave me a whole private tour. I went to the
Oof.
dressing room. I went to the press box, to the field. I was in the field, man. I was like, this
Yeah.
is crazy, bro.
You got to go
Uh,
to a game. You got to go to a
I
game.
do, I do, and I need to like make more contacts because one of these NFL motherfuckers got to be a metalhead. Some,
They have to be, right? I'll be at the
I know they
Giant.
love hip. I know they love hip hop a lot, but some
They
of
love
them
hip hop, yeah.
metal. Come on.
But I'll be at the Giant. The Giants come to Dallas in 2 weeks, so I already got my tickets for that game,
My
so I'll be there.
grandson is a huge Giants fan, bro. I'm gonna tell him that.
Hey, tell your grand. What's his name?
Rocky.
Hey, Rocky. Good choice in picking your team. Stick with the
Yeah, he
Giants.
loves
Hey,
he
we're on
loves
the.
neighbors. He loves neighbors, bro. Neighbors
Uh,
is a guy.
so I went to a game up in New York. I know we got a couple. I went to a game up in New York last year. I got to see Neighbors play in person, and that was
Sweet.
amazing. It's fucking cold in New York when you're at a football game in December.
Oh shit.
I
Yeah.
recommend you like layer up. We sat down low, like 4 rows behind the bench. It was really cool. Just a great
I think
experience.
you
But
guys gonna have a good season though. I
yeah,
think you
hey,
better
we're
than
on
what
we're
people
on
are.
the
Yeah.
uphill.
Yeah,
So
rebuild.
upswing.
You are where Detroit was a couple years ago. You're going up.
Yeah, we got Russell Wilson, Malik Neighbors. We got a good crew. Abdul Carter. So I'm excited for that. But hey, shout out to your Lions, man.
Yes.
Max,
Let's see what happens.
I know we covered a great deal of topics on our conversation here. Great to have you again. I mean, I don't think I've interviewed anyone 3 times. You're the first one, but you being so true to yourself and sharing your perspectives with me, you make my job easy. So I appreciate that. And I want to thank you for that. You've seen the fans at your shows, the touring, the people you have met, your family. It's really cool to see what you've created. And I want you to keep that going, Max. If I can say I'm proud of you, I'm going to say right now, I'm proud of you, dude. Keep that shit going. I'll see you here
Right
in
on.
Dallas. Any last words you want to share? Before we finish things off here. Your tour, can you announce any tours yet or no? Or is that down the road?
Oh yeah, no, Cavalera is on tour. It starts September 18,
Eight.
Louder Than Life Festival.
Oh shoot, you kick off at Louder Than Life, dude. Get ready
Yeah.
for that. I think you already know, but that's gonna be one hell. One of my friends are gonna be at that show. So,
Then we
um,
do September 20, we do Hershey Stadium with Slayer.
fuck,
Uh,
dude, that's awesome.
September 26th, we do Hammond, Indiana,
Yeah,
in, with Lamb of God, and then we do Aftershock Festival. Those are the festivals of this tour.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
all the headlines. Dallas is a headline. I don't know the name. I forgot the name of it, man. It's weird. It's a weird ass name, but we're gonna be in Dallas, so
Yeah, not too long after, I think I got an email about it. Hey, I'll see you in Dallas. All right, man.
you better pull up.
Hey, I will. It's due. I need to hit you up again in person so we can hang out.
And it's
Every
KOZD, man. KOZD is a banger. So it's
Oh, hell
awesome.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone, this is Max. I'm gonna let you go here. I'm sorry to keep you for so long.
Enjoy Shama. Enjoy Shama, brother.
Enjoy Shama drops on October 24th. I already have it. I already know I love it. So, if the fans are listening, do me and Max a favor, buy the record. They can't do it without your help. Drops on Nuclear Blast Records. Max, much love, man. Talk soon. All the best for you here on out. I'll see you soon, buddy. All
All right, see you, man.
right,
Peace.
bye.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to Interview Under Fire podcast. If you guys liked what you heard, please subscribe and share our channel. And please leave a 5-star review as that helps us tremendously. If you'd like to check out more, visit www.interviewunderfire.com or our social media channels on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And finally, we want to thank you all for the support you've been giving us. Keep it burning.